wanted to be, I loved Leona Helmsley. Now she owned hotels and she was a powerhouse until she got done for tax evasion. And then I went off her altogether. At the end of the day, my mom is an entrepreneur. I mean, my sister and I grew up in a single household, and so my mom was supporting us, and you know, she was going home, working her little tushy off and looking after us, you know. So that was really my first exposure to entrepreneurship, is right at home. When I got into my 30s, I thought, oh my God, you know, I've got one foot in the grave as a model. What the hell am I going to do? And so that's when I thought, okay, I'll get into the lingerie business. So I didn't know anything about it at all. And at that point, I had the ego size of England, really. So I didn't really seek, and I didn't really seek advice at that point. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do a license deal. I'm going to have somebody else take all the risk, and they could just use my name, and they could give me, you know, between 4 to 8%. Mm-hmm. And so I got a hold of this man called Terry Green, and he was the head of Caprice at the time. And I convinced him to spend a few million developing the Caprice range, and he did it. It was probably one of the smartest moves on, you know, it was a brave move because there weren't license deals. I mean, now we know it's a saturated market. But at the time, it was a big move. It was something very different, and nobody really did it. Nobody did it really. Not only did they not do it, but they didn't do it well, obviously. So he took that shot, that risk, and it proved to be very, very lucrative for Debenhams. Obviously, their whole store now is full of license deals, you know. And then I got to a point about 3 years into this license deal arrangement, and I thought, they're going to drop me. I mean, this is now everyone's starting to do it, and I'm going to get the next young, fresh thing along, and I'll be booted out like chopped liver. And I thought, I've got to think of the next move whilst I'm on top of my game, because use that power of people knowing who I am. So I started developing my own line, and I finally I went to the buyers and I said, listen, I'm going to buy back my license, and I'm going to start this company myself. And they were really great. They bought from me. I mean, they were making full margins, and now now they cut their margins, but they didn't want to lose me because I had so much marketing value to the store. But the first collection was a total dive bomb. Whew. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I dove into the deep end. It's so American of me. It was naive and American, you know, for me not to really do some proper research into what the hell I was doing. And I was designing for myself, not for my customer, and I had years and years of marketing research. And I developed my customer. I knew my customer, but my ego was saying, no, just design what you like. What a schmuck, you know? And so anyways, the first collection was an absolute dive. They recalled a lot of them because the fits were so horrible, and the collection just didn't work. But thank God I had some liquidity from my modeling days, and I was a lot smarter, and I learned my lesson, and I will never ever do that again because it cost me too much money.